I promised I was going to talk about this story, and to be absolutely honest, I didn't know if I should. I mean, I didn't know if to do it or not, but fuck it, let's go. So obviously, because actually a lot of you have connected with this story and you're dying to know about the screwdriver fight. So obviously, after the gypsies tried to take my phones and they said they were going to stop me between 15 of them, blah blah, and then nothing happened because, like I explained in my latest video, when you actually put it on them, a lot of people back up. People are not as hard as they say they are. People are as hard as they prove to be, okay? So, obviously, screwdrivers are not allowed in jail, obviously, because it is a weapon. But somehow, obviously, people find a way to have everything. And, you know, people who has problems and likes to carry fucking, you know, things to protect themselves or to attack other people. So long story short, I got hold of a screwdriver that was specially made for fights. So this screwdriver was just a piece of metal, an actual screwdriver, and it was put inside a wooden piece, like a handle. The handle was a wooden piece. And then it had like a string to hold it here on your wrist in case you fight. That was not the purpose I got it for. I got it for because so we had like a little TV stand, and it's a wooden TV stand, and I was making a hole inside. I was making a stash to stash one of the phones in there, right? Nobody knew that I was doing this. Only the person who lent me the screwdriver, right? Like jail in other countries, like there is obviously every country is different, right? Spanish prisons are full of fucking snitches. People who act like they are fucking men, like they are gangsters and shit. 99% of them are fucking snitches, right? Like, it's not what you expect. It's like fucking boarding school, depending the wing and the jail you're in. Anyway, I got hold of this screwdriver to do the stash in the TV stand in order to stash the mini iPhone I had, which you can see in the videos on my Instagram, like a small iPhone. So, the only person who knew where I was going to stash it was the person who lent me the screwdriver. Motherfuckers, they opened my door one day as, like, I was carving this thing for about a week. Like, my partmate was sleeping and that was me, like, all night fucking carving this thing, because I'm a consistent motherfucker. So I was carving this thing and the stash was nearly ready. And one day they just open my door and directly they go to the TV stand, bam, they break it. The phone was not in there, luckily. Somebody else had it, because obviously we didn't have the phones on us all the time. We had people who fucking sit on them, right? Phone was not there. And then the fucking screws are like, oh, you've been doing this and that. I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, how the fuck am I going to know? It's TV stand. Like, I moved into these pads and fucking TV stand was here, right? So obviously, nobody knew that I was doing that on the TV stand. Only the person who lended me the fucking screwdriver. His plan was, because luckily the phone wasn't there and the screwdriver was also not there. I had also somebody else sitting on the screwdriver. So his plan was not to only fuck me by me losing the phone, like I said in my previous video, him who's jealous doesn't want what you have. He just wants you to not have it, right? He also wanted me to lose his screwdriver and fucking tax me for it, right? So, since he didn't know, he knew the screws were coming to me, but he didn't know I had nothing on me. So when I came down, directly came to me trying to tax me 400 euros for the screwdriver, which I had still, not me, somebody else was sitting on it. But he thought I didn't have the screwdriver because he probably sent these motherfuckers to me. So he comes saying to me, he comes on a piece of paper, the way we used to pay people in jail for drugs or whatever. It was like, you know, they give us a family, some relatives details outside, phone number or something. Say, okay, call this number and pay them this much. So he said, okay, you have to pay 400 euros into this number. Because people knew, like, you know, some of us had money, some of us didn't, some other people didn't have money. You know what I mean? So, you know, luckily at that time, I was good about it. I always fucking kick fuck out of whatever I've been. You know what I mean? So, like I was saying the other day to a friend of mine, like you can be in jail, you can be in the shit, but it's what you make of it. Like if you go into my videos that I have on my Instagram, you can see that my pad looks like a fucking hotel room. Like I had four well, I had 4 carpets on the floor. The carpets were actually fucking like yeah, I have 4 carpets on the floor, and the last one was red, like a red carpet, right? Everybody used to have to take their shoes off when they come in the pad and shit. Like it's proper nice, cause we made it nice. Doesn't matter if you're in the shit, you can make the best out of it. So anyway, this guy's trying to tax me 400 euros for the screwdriver. Little he knew I still had the screwdriver, the little snitch. So I said, listen, motherfucker, the screwdriver's here. I have it. And now guess what? Since you tried to snitch me, I'm keeping the screwdriver and I'm not going to pay you shit. How about that? Oh, this guy was one of these Spanish guys. He wasn't a gypsy, but he was used to mix with the gypsies and stuff. Oh, my boys and this. He started talking too much. Couple of days before this thing happened, what I said in my previous video, that the guys wanted the phones, and I said fight one-on-one. Nobody wanted to fight. So everybody knew, like, nobody wanted to have much more to do with me anymore. Like, nobody wanted a lot of problems. So these guys started threatening me, saying, oh, my boys are going to call, my boys are going to do you, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, guys, never believe what someone says. Always believe what someone does. I said, listen, motherfucker. Screwdriver's here. I have it. The screwdriver is now mine. Okay? Since you tried to snitch me. And if you want to try to do something, I'm going to have to fucking stab you. Because I was in a point now, I was fucking tired. You know what I mean? I was tired because sometimes you have to put it on them. Like I just said, it's not what you say, it's what you do. I don't need to say much, but if you fucking play with me, I fucking do you. And it's not the first time that I fucking stabbed someone. And I'm not going to shake it. I'm not going to think twice if I have to fucking stab you or shoot you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck, right? If you fuck with me, I know how to fuck too. Anyway, so he pretends like nothing's happened. A day goes by, another day goes by. So 2 days after, he comes to me in the yard. I used to always sit in the corner. I'm there smoking. He comes. Irani, come. I'm going to speak to you in the bathroom. I had the screwdriver on me. Because I could feel. I always look at what people are doing, what they're saying. So I could see them. Like they're planning little things and shit like this. So I might as well be ready, right? So I had the screwdriver on me. Irani come to the showers. Directly, I know what it means. Boom, directly. I go to the showers. Don't say a word. I was ready for it. Boom, I go there. Him and another guy are waiting there. Shitty wobbly knives. I didn't have my can on me that day because I was carrying the fucking screwdriver. Before they even said a word, I got the screwdriver and I directly stabbed him in his ass. Boom, directly in his glute. I remember I felt his muscles and his skin ripping. Like, I could feel it ripping. Bam, that screwdriver went deep in his fucking ass, right? In his glute. When I got it out, the thing was all bloody. So he started shouting, Who was he calling? The fucking screw. Don. He starts calling the fucking screw. So as I go running after him, he goes out of the showers. So obviously I stay in the shower. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, I gave the screwdriver to someone else, to another junkie that was in the showers. I gave it to him. I said, yeah, hold this, blah. The guy came, guy came back with the screw and started asking me, oh, you man, stop me. Anyway, it was not under camera and nothing was proven, yeah? Nothing was proved. So that's how he stayed. But where I want to go with this is, again, one more time, people will act big and people will say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And in the end, they will do fucking nothing. Who gives a fuck what people says, guys? Never believe words. Always believe actions. And always be ready for war. We are men. And depends where you are. Like I said, if you're inside your home with your wife and your family, it's okay. You can sometimes show the real you. You can be a lovely teddy bear. But also you need to know, your wife needs to know, and your kids need to know that you are authority. This doesn't mean you have to be aggressive towards them. But you must know that when you step out, or if you're in jail, when you come down to the yard, you must eat, or get eaten. So you must be ready to attack. My case, I don't like fucking verbal fucking discussion. These noises make me fucking anxious and stress me out. I stay quiet. If you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck you. Simple as that. So actions speak louder than words, and these things say a lot about people. So always analyze the way people act. Never believe what people says. If somebody comes to you and he needs to tell you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna get so fit, I'm gonna do this and that, but he does absolutely nothing, doesn't mean shit. If somebody comes to you saying, oh, I'm so rich, I'm this, I make this much money, certainly he's not making that much. Because somebody who has nothing to prove doesn't need to say, doesn't give a fuck what you think about them or you do, right? Like, I don't care. Like, somebody who doesn't have nothing to prove doesn't give a fuck what other people says. People who has too much to prove because they ain't got shit, they keep trying to make you fucking believe their fucking bullshit. So do not fall from this. Do not fall for this shit, guys, okay? Believe in actions. Never believe in words. Stay ruthless, okay? After this, nothing happened. The guy fucking went. He came the next day with a fucking patch in his ass. And that's it. So what happened? When you stick it on them, after they don't want to have anything to do, what they do, they keep snitching and they keep trying to think. So I kept the screwdriver. I kept my phones. Okay, I lost the stash. Obviously, I had to find a different stash. I just was giving the phones to somebody else to look after. Maybe I can tell the story about this guy. His name was Noel. Noel was a man who actually used to fix my moped when I was a kid. And I found him in jail this time, and he was in a very bad situation. So we used to give him clothes, we used to feed him, and he used to wash our clothes, and he used to, do the shopping for us, and he used to hold fucking knives, phones, and all sorts for us. I might tell the story of Noel later, because that's another story. So Noel, in jail, I looked after him so much. Me and my padmate, we looked after him so much. We gave him clothes, we gave him food, we gave him money, we gave him stuff to do. And when I saw him outside, because he called me while I was still in Spain, he came out. This was like, I don't know, a few months before I came to Dubai. He called me, so I picked him up. He told me he was living in the streets. He was staying in somewhere in the street, homeless. I picked him up. Again, I brought him home. I have pictures on my phone. I might have to find them. I brought him to my home. Again, I gave him clothes. I gave him money. I gave him food. Next day, I come to my home to see that somebody's trying to fucking go through my door. I'm like, who the fuck can certainly come to my door? Like, people knows, like, if somebody's gonna come, like, obviously it was Noel, this little fucking junkie motherfucker. So also be very careful who you help, and because this can backfire on your face as well. Like, this guy fucking, I helped him, and he tried to rob my home afterwards. That was fucking crazy. And when I told him, he just always says, nah, but they're junkies. Junkies will do whatever for their drugs. So the same applies. So the same way some people are junkies to pills, to drugs, alcohol, women. You can be an addict to women. You will do whatever for women. You can be an addict to money. You will do anything and everything for money. Doesn't matter what your addiction is. If it's controlling your life and it's making you lose loyalty towards whoever has ever helped you, you are a piece of shit. Doesn't matter if this is a drug, if it's women, if you're addicted to women and you are capable of fucking, for example, your friend's girlfriend because you're such a horny motherfucker, if you're able of fucking or being disloyal to your friend or partner because of money, you're being controlled. So this is what I always say, you cannot be attached to anything. Doesn't matter if it's a drug, if it's women, if it's money, relationships, doesn't matter. When you operate without need, you will attract. When you're conditioned and you chase it so much and you have no control over it, it's controlling you and it's defining your life and it's defining the outcome of everything that you do. Your life is being conditioned by this. What I teach my community is exactly this. Become the best version of yourself who does not need anything, therefore attracts everything. I don't care if I don't have money. I don't care if I don't have women. That's why I have them. That's why they want me. Because I don't need them. You cannot be in need. You must attract. Okay, guys? This is very important. This is the foundation of my community. Become the best version of yourself. Not need anything in order to have everything. Him who is chasing money, which is the biggest issue I see every day when people messages me. Biggest issue I see is, one, I need money, I want to make more money, and two, I want to be more fit. Both applies to the same concept. You're not getting any fitter because you're not changing anything in you, because you just want and you need to be more fit. You're not changing your habits, you're not changing the person you are, you're not attracting that lifestyle that a healthy person has, that has the body you desire. You're not eating in that way, you're not living in that way. You're not sleeping at the time, you're taking drugs, you're drinking alcohol, etc., etc., etc. Therefore, you're conditioning your life. Same applies to money. A lot of people text me saying they need more money, they need to make more money, blah, blah, blah. I don't make enough money. But you don't change anything in order to become that person. You're still chasing the money. You take a client only because he pays you or she pays you, when actually doesn't go with your principles. Or, let's say, for example, that this is a very big thing I see lately too, because I speak to a lot of personal trainers. Personal trainers who take clients, who the clients don't put the work, they just sit there. I see them every day in the gym too. Like, these personal trainers are literally sat there listening to what their client is telling them about their lives, having a 15-minute rest between exercises, instead of fucking telling them to train. He's a psychologist. He's just getting paid to listen to his bullshit. And then you wonder why your client is getting no results and why you're getting no money, because you're a shit trainer, because you only getting the money and letting him or her who's paying you define your job. I don't give a fuck. If you pay me, you're still going to do what I say, because that's the process we need to follow in order to reach where we need to reach. Okay, my people? So take this message, process it, and apply it to everything in life. Don't fear anyone. Don't believe words. Believe in actions. And never chase anything. Attract it. Don't need. Be the person who deserves. Become that person who deserves. Okay, my people? Thank you very much. I'm loving this. Keep pushing. The community is growing at an insane level. We're going to be dropping a podcast soon, and I cannot be any happier of how all this is going. Thank you very much, everybody who's joined. We're getting amazing results from the people that's joining the program. I'm so happy to be working with people that actually, like, people that have not spoken in 10, 15 years are contacting me saying, Iman, your free content is changing my life. They're joining my program. They're doing amazing changes. Like, I feel so fulfilled with what I'm doing. Thank you very much, my people. We was born for this. Let's go.